Mr. Dayton.
Thank you. Kevin Dayton, Labor Issue Solutions in Roseville. I did read the California High-Speed Rail Authority 2014 draft business plan line by line. I found 3 typos and a factual mistake that I did submit in. And after reading it, here are my impressions. First, I saw the vision that's in this, and I saw the potential for a lot of excitement and opportunity. I have to say that I had come in to read it with a very negative perspective, and I left with a very different perspective. I also got the perspective that you and your staff must be frustrated about behind the scenes about all the state and federal mandates that are put on it. My personal feeling is when I look at all the criteria of the business plan, there's really no way you could ever fully comply with this sort of thing, and that's not your fault. The legislature did it. Obviously, a lot that was in there was trying to get the Prop 1A approved in 2008 and trying to show voters that you're following it. I think it's ridiculous, and there's no way you can fulfill these requirements. On the other hand, you have the law, and you have to follow it. We just heard somebody from Caltrans say this is consistent with the governor's plan and vision in the business plan. Actually, it has to be consistent with state law. It's not a living document, as has been claimed. It's a legal document, and you have to fill this out and fulfill it in order to be eligible for getting funding and continuing with this. I attempted to make a outline here of all the things that the legislature has demanded you to do in the business plan. You're unable to do it. You didn't do it, and essentially the business plan, I don't believe, complies with the law. I don't believe that you can comply with the law. So I'm going to leave you with that and look for you're going to have to look for some options in the future on how to get this going and comply with the law because you're just not going to be able to do it. It's too difficult. Thank you.
Hang on a second, Mr. Dayton. Let me just ask you this question. Your list there is intriguing to me. Is that something you can provide to us? Are you providing that in terms of comments?
Actually, no. I got all my notes written on this, but you know what? Maybe I should contact the staff and talk about what I discovered in it. Actually, I came up with a bunch of good ideas. I think a lot of them are counterintuitive about how you could turn this around, perhaps, and get the project broadly popular and successful. And a lot of it is related to the mandates that are being put on you by the state and the federal government. So I will contact the authority and see if I can submit some material and maybe talk about some of the things that I've discovered reading this line by line.
I think we'd welcome that. Thank you, Mr. Dayton.